People yap about the dreams they chase, big plans on show in a noisy space, talking loud but moving slow, hollow words where actions go. Shut up and produce, get things done. No one cares about talk spun. Prove your worth or walk away. It's about the work you lay. Empty promises fill the air. Procrastination everywhere. Stop the act, just make the move. Whoa. Show your grind, let talent groove. Whoa. Shut up and produce, get things done. No one cares about talk spun. Prove your worth or walk away. It's about the work you lay. Enough of words, let's see the deeds. Don't just plant but sow the seeds. Show the grit beneath your skin. Let the real work begin. Shut up and produce, get things done. No one cares about talk spun. Prove your worth or walk away. It's about the work you lay. Enough of words, let's see the deeds. Don't just plant but sow the seeds. Show the grit beneath your skin. Let the real work begin. Shut up and produce, get things done. No one cares about talk spun. Prove your worth or walk away. It's about the work you lay. Words, let's see the deeds. Just plant and sow the seeds. Show the grit beneath your skin. Let the real work begin. Shut up and produce, get things done. No one cares about talk spun. Prove your worth or walk away. It's about the work you lay.
Welcome back. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully everyone is doing absolutely phenomenal. I am Techo Truff. We are Engineer Twin. Today is another episode of Software Explorations. Today is technically DevOps Day, but another slight pivot today. We're not going to be getting into the Kubernetes secrets because I'm still working on this Docker compose to Amazon, to AWS, Amazon Web Services, Elastic Container Service. I was doing some research on it, but found some tools that could do it, but they're not. This configuration is a bit complicated, so I'm still working on it. We're gonna dedicate the next 2 hours or so to trying to figure this out, and then we're gonna go from there. Right? We also have some great topics to discuss during our breaks today. Talking about extended warranties on cars. I'll tell you about that. We're going to be talking about overqualification and some other stuff, right? So that is the plan for today. Let's jump into our agenda. I am Tico Trough. We are Engineers to Win. Today is Sunday. Yes, Sunday, April 20th, 2025. We are 10 days away from May. Can you believe that? Can you believe that?
Are you ready?
It's like it was just January 1st yesterday, and now we are at least a quarter of the way through the year of 2025. By the way, happy Easter to everybody. Happy Easter to you guys. Shout out to everyone out there. All right, let's jump into this agenda as we get this show on the road. So first, very first and foremost, shout out to all of the subscribers to the channel, the new ones, those who have been with me for a very long time, those who watch faithfully live in the chat, who we are always interacting with, those who watch from the clouds faithfully, shout out to you guys as well, those who watch it on playback, those who watch the clips, whatever way you consume this content, I appreciate every last one of you.
I appreciate you.
Next up, shout out to all of the Patreon members. Shout out to my tech barbarians, those who have survived. Shout out to my tech barbarians. Shout out to my tech prodigy members, those who have also survived, because I mentioned I am no longer taking in new coaching members. Those who are there, I'm there with them for as long as they want to be, but I'm not taking in new coaching clients the way that I have before in the past, having it be a free-for-all. No, I am being very targeted and specific on who I'm taking in now, just for consistency, sanity, getting more things done, working on new projects like the project that Wave Nerd is talking about. I have to go back and check out Trebek123 because his idea was amazing as well. So I have a lot of people to follow up with. That's why I'm taking a step back. I am, to put it nice, with all due respect, I'm not wasting my time with people who do not want to actually level up. I'm going to be talking about that a lot more tomorrow on our Candid Conversation on how I was wrong and how I am making the necessary adjustments. All right. Next up, I say a big shout out to. So, like I said, shout out to all the Patreon members, my tech barbarians, my tech prodigy, my technical explorers. Shout out and everyone who signs up for the free membership as well. Hopefully, I'm able to add great value into your life. We are the best.
We the best.
Shout out and shout out and thank you to my tech mercenaries. Those are the YouTube members of the channel who keep this channel running, allowing me to come back here day in and day out.
Let's get it.
Upcoming shows. We have, so I just saw this morning, Joseph from Talk That Tech reached out to me saying, hey, can you fill in tomorrow for tomorrow's show? And I will be doing that tomorrow on Talk That Tech. I will also be streaming it on this channel as well because I will not be able to stream live on my channel tomorrow. So we're not going to be getting into the AI, continuing the AI course tomorrow, which I really wanted to continue. Maybe I will even show it on the show tomorrow. I don't know. We shall see. We shall see how we'll take care of that. But I will be on Talk That Tech tomorrow morning. I will also be streaming it from this channel, and we can go from there. All right. So no large language model course on our end, but we will be talking about AI and tech stuff, tech news on Talk That Tech with Joseph. All right. Other Candid Conversations tomorrow. Like I said, I'm going to be talking about how I realized that I was wrong. I made a mistake in my assessment, but I'm also adjusting to my mistake because we have to learn from our mistakes. We learn, we adapt, and we move forward. Yes, Tech Coach Ralph can admit when he was wrong as well. We'll also be going live on Tuesday night for Tech Q&A. I'm going to come up with a topic, and if anybody wants to call in and talk about that topic, and if you have any questions, tech questions, career questions, whatever it might be, call in and we'll have that conversation. And I'm going to find some additional questions as well. All of that good stuff. You know how we do. You know how much fun we have on Tuesday nights. Lastly, we're going to be going live tonight around 7:30 on the Half Guard Halfy channel. We're going to be talking about jiu-jitsu with my friends. We're going to have Naum there. We're going to be reviewing his video. We're going to have Henry there. We're going to have Justin there. I'm going to be there. And I'm going to do something that I'm going to review a video. I'm going to say this was probably my worst match ever in a competition. My worst match ever. I have never even watched it back on replay because I just didn't care. But I have it. If we have time tonight, we will get to watching that match. It was an absolute disaster. Oh my God, it was so bad. But I said, you know what? Maybe after a year, I can actually watch that match. So we might be able to throw that into the mix as well tonight. So that is the plan for tonight, 7:30, Half Guard Halfy. Let me drop the link to the Half Guard Halfy channel in the chat. I know it should be circulating, but let me drop it in just in case you don't have it. Hopefully, Junior, hopefully I'll see you there. Roxy, hopefully I will see you there as well, because it's going to be a lot of fun hanging out with the guys talking about jiu-jitsu. All right, let's see, tonight at 7:30 p.m. EST. Boom. Hoping to see you guys there. All right, really good stuff. All right, that is all of our announcements for our upcoming shows. We are going to get to it that way, right? So with that being said, let's jump into, let me check the chat and then we'll jump into our first segment of work, okay? Let's see. Let's go to, let me put up the topic for today on the screen. The same topic that we did last time. Where is it? This one. Boom. DevOps, Docker Compose to Amazon Web Services, Elastic Container Service. All right. But let me check the chat, say hi to my friends, and then we shall get to work. So we have the one, the only, of course, it has to mess up. The one day that I didn't check it, that's when we have, I'm going to reach out to these people again because they said that, hey, I think we have a fix for it, but yet nothing. So let's see. All right, there we go. We have the one, the only Junior in the building. What's up, Junior? How are you doing today? We have Rock the Scrubs. Have you guys listened to the Rock the Scrubs song on the Frenemies album? Shout out to the Rock the Scrubs, and shout out to the #1 nurse in the world. Shout out to Roxy. Hey, Roxy. Roxy says, good afternoon, Techotrough, and everyone. Let's see. Roxy also says happy Easter. Happy Easter to you as well, Roxy. And happy Easter to you, Junior. All right. With that being said, let's get to some work for today. We're going to, so a quick recap. Let me start the timer.
It's time to do.
So quick recap, right? We have a Docker Compose file. Docker Compose is used to quickly spin up a Docker application. It can have multiple containers configured, and it's going to start up those containers. It could be databases, whatever is needed, Nginx, and then it's going to start up the containers. You can also build an image as well and start up the container built from that image. And then you have the running application. Now, we also have Elastic Container Service. And you know what the thing about Elastic Container Service and using Docker Compose is, if in today's day and age, you can only run Docker Compose on a virtual machine, like let's say it's a virtual machine in the cloud, or you can only run it in locally, then it's like, okay, what's really the purpose of Docker Compose? Because if I'm going to be running a cloud environment like Azure, AWS, Google Cloud, then I should just be able to use the Docker Compose, right? Without having, like, I don't know. It's a little annoying, but we'll see. I did find some tool that's supposed to convert a Docker Compose to a it's supposed to be converted from a Docker Compose to a ECS. However, I didn't see it happening, right? So I don't know. But what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to see if I can figure out how to manually move this over, which it's going to be hell. It is going to be such hell to do this. We shall see. We shall see. All right. let's go and see what we can do. All right. So first things first, let me go open up my PyCharm. Let me actually close some stuff down. Let me save this first. Save as. So, you know, I am always working here. So I had creating some thumbnails for this upcoming week's show. Let's see, what's the name of this called? All right, boom, there we go. Got that. And let me close down the software. I'm going to open up PyCharm. Be going to facilitate the work that we're going to be doing today. All right, let's see. So let me move this over to this screen. And so here is our game plan. All right, we have. So when I was first looking at this, I didn't notice that we need to build an image. And since we need to build an image, we also need to store that image somewhere, which would be inside of we could do it on Docker Hub, we could do it on Elastic Container Registry. For all intents and purposes, I'm gonna just do it in. All right, well, goodbye X, unfortunately. All right, but for all intents and purposes, I am going to do it on. This thing is so annoying in the background. Let me just move it there. All right, so I'm going to build this image, and I'm going to put this image to. I'm going to put it into my Docker Hub because it's nothing proprietary or anything like that. And we'll go from there. Right. So shout out to MB. What's up, MB? Passing her test like that, making us all so proud. You know what? Let me just take a break. Let me take a break real quick. I'm going to clap it up for MB. I am so proud of you, MB. And thank you for sharing your journey as well. I will read it again officially, but still proud of you, all right? All right. Let's continue on with this. I'm saying some news that I get so excited because I'm like, oh, this is one of the people that they work so hard, and I am so proud of them. All right, let's continue on with the show. Let's continue. All right, so I had already built this image. Let me see what it is. Let me open up a terminal. It's gonna be a little bit easier to see in a terminal. And let's go here. But yeah, as I was trying to use the tools that would do the conversion, there's a lot of it's a lot of stuff that's happening. Okay, let's do Docker PS or actually Docker images, and I have a lot of images here. Oh, okay. Where's the image that I built the other day? It's not Nginx. It is. It is. Is it this one? This is a pretty big file. Two days ago. I think it's this one, prod indico web. Did I build that? Oh, I think I built this one actually. Look at me wasting a bunch of disk space, but I believe it was this one. So what I'm going to do, I am going to say, let me do it from here. Let's take that. And I'm going to say Docker tag, or is it Docker tag indico web. And I'm going to say tech coach Ralph / indico web latest. Is that going to work? And let me do Docker images again. Do I have one named? So doing the Docker tag command, it is to, there it goes right here. So doing the Docker tag command, it is to rename it so that I can push it up to my Docker repository, right? So we're going to do Docker push tech coach Ralph / indico web latest. Let me see. And it's going to take some time to upload because it is a 3.5 .27 gig, unfortunately. And then we are going to, so once that is done, we are going to log it. Let me go ahead and log in. While this is happening, let me go log into AWS real quick, because I will need to put in my, the, let me see. Okay, no worries. All right, let me see. Create, sign in using root email. And next. Sign in. So right now what's happening is it is pushing the image that we generated to mounted library. That's interesting. It's pushing that image that we generated to our Docker hub. And I'll show you the Docker hub once that's in there. Let me see. Need to use MFA. Let's see. So now I'm on the other screen. I'm logging into my Amazon account using MFA. This application is a really, really big application. All right, so I'm logged in, and let me go. So while that's doing its thing, I'm gonna go over to the other screen, and let me do hub.docker.com/techcoachralph. Oh, really? All right. What is my... log into there, and I guess this one. I don't know. Nope, it's not that one. Sign out. Let me log into let me see. Okay, so there goes the Indico web that we just pushed, and it is finished. Let's click on that. And all right, there we go. So we have it here already pushed up and ready to go. Now I am going to copy this right here. And if we go into our AWS, I'm going to go to our Elastic Container Service. We should still have our cluster created, Indigo cluster, and we need to work on our task definitions, and we also need to, so let's create a new task definition, and we need to do it on the other screen because we're gonna have, all right, let's go to the other screen so we can have a better view of it. And let me close. I'm not using these things anymore because it was a pain in the you know what. So I'm gonna move over our AWS over here, and I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. So I need to recreate this task definition, this Docker Compose file, based on this, based on the task definition. So I need to find the equivalent for it, okay? Let me move it here. So by me having this pushed up, I'm going, all right, so we have Fargate, all that good stuff. Okay. And I'm gonna call this Indico Web. Image URI is gonna be TechCoachRalph, Indico Web, latest. Essential container, yes. And the port that we want to connect on, if we do port 80, then that means that it would just be going directly. So it says, all right, Indico is accessible either via Nginx via port 8080 by default, or directly via port 9090. In that case, static assets are served by Flask. So we're going to say we're going to say, for now, we're going to do port 8080, right? And then it says port name, TCP protocol, TCP, container port protocol. I don't know what that needs to be, but we'll leave it as that for now. And we can always come back to adjust it if necessary. All right, let's see, what else do we have? Environment variables. Environment variables. So I know that we have PG host. And the value, which I'm not sure what that is going to be. Let's see if I can find a PG host in here. Let's see, PG host. That equals, so DB config PG host Indigo Postgres. Although it might be because on the network when it's set up. So anyways, whatever. We will, I probably should have started from the bottom, but it's okay. Let's go here. PG path. Well, actually no, because we're not actually going to start up the task, right? So we're just adding in all the values first, right? So that means, so yeah, we can write all of our tasks without actually doing anything with it yet. PG database, and it's going to be Indigo, right? So we have all of our environment variables defined, and we are going to say, so PG, so we have PG database, PG pass, PG user, so Postgres. Okay, so there's Postgres. So, all right, gotcha. All right, so now we go to, I don't really care for this right now. Restart policy, optional. Container, let me see, container timeouts, container network settings. They're not going to, okay, so this is good. Docker configuration, entry point. Let's see. We have, all right, so we have different, so then we're gonna have Indigo Celery, which is also gonna use Indigo Web. Okay. Let's see. Is there any commands that we're running on? Okay, so there's a command right here. Command opt run Indigo SH, and that Indigo SH is to get it started, right? So there we go. We're gonna say the Docker CMD that is passed to the container for more information. All right, so there we go. All right, so we have that. Let's see. So networks, nothing we can do about the networks. Ports. Is there any other port things we can add? Add port mapping. We're gonna say 9090, and that's gonna go to, what is the port name? Port, container port protocol. Let me see. I'm not sure about this one yet, but let's go ahead and put that anyways. All right. Let's see what else we got. Okay, so let's go ahead with this stuff. We have our environment variables, network. We have our command, working directory. I didn't see anything about a working directory. Next up, we have volumes. Let's see. By default, your task hosted on AWS Fargate receive a minimum of 20 gigs of ephemeral storage. I think 20 gigs should be okay for now. Volume, let's go to volume name here. We're going to have archive. and bind mount, storage configuration. Let me see. Info. The source path specifies the path on the container host that is presented to the container. If no storage path is specified, then the Docker daemon assigns a host that is presented to the container. If no path is specified, then the Docker daemon assigns a host path on your behalf. If a source path is specified, then the data volume persists at the specified location on the host until you manually delete it. If the source path does not exist on the host, the Docker daemon completes it. File system ID. So bind mount versus okay, so the source path is not applicable for Fargate. Okay, well, let me see. Oh, okay, hold on. So what's a mount point? Container indico web, source volume container path. So let's try that. Let's do so I don't know. This looks very weird, but nonetheless, let's give it a try. I mean, after all, it's not going to actually start up anyways for now, so I think what might be happening is that so why did this source volume not take for this one? I didn't give it a name. Okay, so the name is going to be archive. I thought I did. Oh, maybe when I changed it, it removed it. Archive. So then here, okay, I think I see where we're heading here. Archive. And then we're going to do, so let's just add all the volumes. We're going to do static files. And then we're going to do indico logs. And then we're going to come down over here and we're going to say add a mount point, indico web, and we're going to say this is going to be the static files. Static files. And we're going to say one more mount point, indico logs, and we're going to say here. All right, so we got that. Okay, so
lunch break.
All right, let's just finish this really quick, right? So this is, so everything is target. I don't know what this part means. So these go here. Bind indico config. These two are read only. So okay, when we come back, we'll do a little bit of research to see what does this mean inside of a Docker compose file for the volume type being bind, source, etc. Because we can probably look into here and figure out what exactly that means. All right, but with that being said, let's get to break. Let's take a look at the chat, and then we'll get into our very first break time topic. All right, so let's go to the chat and see what we have going on with my friends. Let's see. Where did we leave off? So we have, that's I'm going to try. Please forgive me if I say your name wrong, but it's Shri Harsha Grimella. Please forgive me if I said it wrong, but shout out to you. Thank you so much for being here. It says, first time seeing people implement cloud-based on live. Yes. I love doing this because I like to try to figure this thing out in front of everybody so that people have like a false perception of how quote unquote easy this stuff is. Like, oh, I want to work on the cloud. I want to become a QA. I want to do software engineering. And I'm like, look, for somebody who has been in this industry since 2005, been developing websites since 2007, been doing QA since 2009, been working in the cloud since like 2016-ish. It's still hard. I'm telling you, this coming Wednesday for software explorations, concept and overviews, I'm going to be talking about asynchronous methods or functions. I've been using them for a while. I've seen them forever, but it never clicked onto me to actually figure out what they are. I probably learned them a few years ago, but I never really put in the time and effort to really own it in. So yes, I understand what you're saying. Kudos, bro. Few days back, I was thinking the same. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here and continue the great work that you're doing. All right.
Let's get it.
Let's see what else we have. We had MB that said Happy Easter. Shout out to MB as always. Let's see. And MB said, thank you. So, you know what? I'm going to put it like this. MB said, aww. Thank you so much. Yes, we are very proud of you here always. All right. And MB also says, thank you everyone else for the support as well. We are all rooting for you. You are family here. We got my guy, Rod Brown, with the nourishing word in the building. Rod Brown. It's time, Rod Brown. It is time. We're going to be looking forward to all of your videos this week. Let's see. Anything else? MB says, watching you and on my Kali machine doing labs. See, that is what I like to see. We are, listen to me in the background, you know, but technically we are studying together. I'm trying to figure this thing out, learning, working. You're studying, you're learning, all that. I love it. I absolutely love it. So that's key. And that's really my goal here, right? Working here, you guys working on whatever it is that you want to work on, whether you're creating content, whether you are editing videos, whether you're working on your Kali machine doing labs, whether you're learning DevOps. It's just we are collaborating, learning together. So shout out to MB as always. And we have Kuya Nimbus in the building. What's up, Kuya? How are you doing? Hopefully everything is going phenomenal for you. Kuya also says, I just wrapped up my, let me make it a little bit bigger. Says, I just wrapped up my Red Hat training for the weekend class, watching you and doing a management of information class. Wanted to check YouTube and say, keep doing your thing. Love the channel. Oh, thank you so much. Aww. I really appreciate it, Kuya. And look, shout out to you. You know, you get one of these as well.
We the best.
Shout out to you for wrapping up your Red Hat training. Keep up the great. I just love this. I love this. Today is Easter Sunday, and we have MB working on her Kali machine. We have Kuya wrapping up his Red Hat training, doing management of information. I know Rod Brown is over there editing video. I know Roxy is doing her thing, getting ready for work, working on Python. I know Junior is looking in how he can upload to the cloud onto S3 or Azure storage or whatever they call it over there, whatever they call it on Google. I know everyone is working so hard. So shout out to all of you. Let's see. And MB Study says, yes, every day there's something new to learn. Q number says, also to everyone, enjoy your Easter. Look, after I get off this stream, I'm going to go have me some nice rib-eye steak. And then I'm going to come back and do the jiu-jitsu show with my friends tonight on the Half Guard Halfy channel. So go sign up for that. I look forward to seeing you guys in the chat as we talk about jiu-jitsu. And Rod Brown says, I'm watching you while I edit. Does that count? Absolutely, Rod Brown. And I knew what you were doing before you even said it. Because, look, as long as we're working, as long as we are putting in the work, all right? And MB says, good luck on the Red Hat certification. Yes. And when you pass, the same way that we did for MB when she passed. We will come and celebrate you here. I have all the sound effects, all my party. I will even play a song and have the lights going because I absolutely love success. I love to see you guys win. I love to see your hard work, all of that good stuff. So you guys go out there and if you're taking a Python class and you do something that you never did before, I will celebrate you. You get to, let's say your goal is, you know what, I want to get to day 10. You get to day 10, I will celebrate you. Then your next goal, I want to get to day 20. I will celebrate you. Every single effort that you put in, I will celebrate you because guess what? As long as we continue to get better, that's the goal. You can't stay stagnant, all right? That's my thought. So shout out to all of you guys. And Kuya says, where is it? Come on, come through. It says test prep starts end of May. Will do. Let's get it. All right. I want to talk about this real quick. So let's put up this banner, right? I turned down the extended warranty offer. What does this have to do with anything, right? So let's just talk about this real quick. So I had a lease on a car, right? And I've had leases. I've had 3 leases, right? I had a Honda CR-V, then turned that in and got a Nissan Rogue Sport. Turned that in. Now we have a Nissan Pathfinder. Every single time we had to turn the car in, we had way less miles on the car than we were allocated. And I was thinking about this, and when I say way less miles, it's like we almost had a year's worth a whole year's worth of mileage that we didn't use. And I started thinking to myself, let me put the timer on, right? I started thinking to myself, I feel like I'm losing money by turning in a car, and I have like a whole year's worth of mileage that I haven't used. So that means the car is in really good shape. We always do the services and everything like that. I always do the services. Always, we don't go far. We don't go anywhere, And I was like, I don't want to pay monthly payments anymore. It's like every time we got a lease, the price went up. To be fair, we did get bigger cars, although going from the CR-V to the Rogue was a little bit smaller, but it was a really nice car. Anyways. So the lease ended. Actually, the lease would be over in 2 days, right? It was going to be the last payment that was going to be happening 2 days. And for like, since last year, I'm like, you know what? I know we're not even going to get close to, honestly, right now, we're not even at the 2-year mark, right? You get 36,000 miles per year. We're not even at 24,000 miles on the year yet. And this is the 3rd year. And I was like, I think I'm going to buy the car out because having this car less than 24,000 miles on it and really good shape, pretty much I'm just going to change the tires, keep up with the maintenance, all that good stuff. So we went a couple of weeks ago to buy the car out, right? And I get there and they gave me the total price. So by the way, when you lease a car and they tell you, okay, this is the price to buy it out at the end of your lease. And number one, they're going to add taxes onto it and whatever other fees like license plate, like whatever other they add, there's an additional fee. So it might actually come out to like actually $1,200 more or less more than might be even more than quoted, right? Just keep that in mind. Anyways, so now I'm signing all the paperwork to own this car, no more payments on the car, and the finance manager says, "Oh, Nissan offers so we have a Nissan, right? The Nissan offers a extended warranty because your warranty is up. Do you want to get an additional 3 years warranty for this amount of money, right? 3 years, 36,000 miles for this amount of money." And I was like, well, I'm thinking to myself, do I want to get the warranty for this car for another 3 years for thousands of dollars more? Not something that I plan to do, that I allocated for. And I asked the guy, like, do I need to make a decision right now? He's like, yeah, you kind of do, but you can always cancel it and they'll prorate your refund and stuff like that. I'm thinking about it for a second, and I'm like, no. And he's like, are you sure? It's like, it's really good to have. And I thought about it some more. I'm like, no, I don't want the extended warranty. And so after everything is said and done, he's like, is there any particular reason that you didn't want the extended warranty? And the only thing I could think of at the time was, well, I don't want to pay thousands of dollars more for it. But then as I thought about it some more, so that was my gut feeling, my intuition, right? And not wanting to spend a bunch of extra money. But as I thought about it the next day, I'm like, look, and you guys follow me on this, right? And let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know your thoughts. But I was like, in 3 years of, what in the world is happening there? In 3 years of having this car, right? In 3 years of having this car, I've used the warranty one time. And what was that one time that I used it for? The very first time I ever opened the hood on the car, the latch messed up. It was actually pretty funny because it was it last year? Either last year or the year before. We were going to a competition in Orlando from down here in South Florida. I said, oh, you know what? The windshield fluid is empty. So let me go and add windshield fluid to it. I open it, the latch popped. I can't close it. I'm like, what in the world is going on? The next morning we have to drive to Orlando early in the morning because we were actually it wasn't last year, it was a year before that, yeah, because it was a same day trip. So I was like, all right, well, we can't drive the car with a hood that can't close. So we jumped into the other car and we went, right? That was the only time I actually ever used the extended warranty on the car. Even in another car, when I had bought the service, like they can maintenance your car, I barely used the oil changes because we didn't go anywhere. We are so local.
Move on, back to
over
work.
here.
Chop, chop, let's go. Come on,
My
get a
family,
move on.
right?
Back to work, back to work, back to work.
So then I'm like, in 2 years I only put 24,000 miles on the car. We don't go anywhere. Like, why am I going to spend a few $1,000s more to get the extended warranty that it's not going to benefit me? Because number one, I'm not going to get to 36,000 miles before 3 years because I can barely get to 24,000 miles before 3 years. And for the amount of money that I would be paying for this warranty that I may or may not use, if something was actually to happen to the car, I can just get it fixed for way less. So like, let's put it like this, right? Let's say your warranty covers, it's bumper to bumper warranty, right? And let's say you have an issue like your starter needs to be changed, right? For cars that have starters nowadays, your starter needs to be changed. If you take it to the dealership, it's probably going to be $1,000, maybe, I'm guessing. But if you go to some third-party mechanic, you're probably looking at like $500-$600, and it's a one-time fee. So you're paying that money up front for something that it's like insurance, right? I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Most things, like it's like when you go to get your oil change or something like that. It's, oh, your cabin filter is dirty. Do you want us to change it for you? Like, oh, how much is that? $35. I'm like, what? $35? You know what I do when I say, I'm like, oh, let me think about it. I go on Amazon and I say, how much is a cabin filter for this car? And it says, oh, it's like $8. I'm like, $8? And I go on YouTube. I'm like, how do I change a cabin filter? Oh, it takes like 3 minutes. You just pop this little clip right here and you take one out, you put another one in. I'm like, what? And I'm like, no, thank you. I'll just get my own cabin filter. And I do that. And Amazon delivers it by the time I get home. Amazon's already delivering my cabin filter and I'm changing it. And now we have clean air in the car. So that's why I was like, I'm not going to take this extended warranty. At the time, I just didn't want to pay the money, but with good reason, because I'm like, we don't drive this car. If something happens to this car that brings it out of commission, just jump in the other car, which is also paid off. No more car payments, all right? So shout out to that, and shout out to saying no to the, now, if you are a crazy driver and you drive ferociously, you don't service your car, maybe, which they probably have a clause in there, but maybe then you might really need that extended warranty, all right? But that's my thoughts. That's why I turned down the extended warranty when I bought out my lease, all right? Let's wrap that up. And let me check the chat one more time, and then we will get back to work. Let me see. Let's see. Kuyanimus says, agree. Get better. Get better. Not bitter. That's a very, I love that. I love that. Look at that. Shake your bang. Kuyanimus says, I got a question given your background. I love the Phoenix project personally. Do you have any DevOps or automation reading you recommend? Books that I recommend. Not that I can think of. Most of the things, like most of the ways that I learn, it's through it's not necessarily through reading a particular book. If you were to ask me for CSS, like how to get really good with CSS, I would say CSS Mastery, because that book, I still remember it because it was someone let me borrow it back in 2006, 2007. And I still remember that book is the reason that I am so good with CSS today. But as far as DevOps or automation, not a particular book. It's more through online courses that I've learned a lot about DevOps, and by doing and figuring things out. But I would say this though, maybe not a particular book, but if there is any type of book, it could even be a fictional book, whatever. But like, as long as you can stimulate your mind to be creative and think critically, that is how I'm able to like think of these things and like find these different resources. So not a particular book, but mainly it's a lot of blogs, Medium articles, just finding random resources and trying to navigate through those to make it understandable and make it my own. So yeah, not any books that I've actually read in regards. However, actually, I will say, although it's not specific to DevOps or automation, I would say the Robert C. Martin books, Uncle Bob, like Clean Code, The Clean Coder, Clean Architecture, and whatever clean books that he has, those really help shape your mind and your thinking. Especially, I really love The Clean Coder because it talks about professionalism in the software development industry, right? But that's what I can offer. Let me see. Junior says, well, to be honest, I do the work on all of my vehicles, so I definitely would not take any warranty. I gotta clap it. That is awesome. Honestly, when I was much younger, I used to do the work on my cars because I had many of them. But I would do like the oil change. I would do like all the checks and stuff. I don't even know if I ever did tire rotations back in the day. I don't even know if I did tire rotations back in the days. But it was like, the all those standard stuff. I would do that. But then I don't do those anymore. Let's see. By His Grace Garage. Shout out to By His Grace Garage. I'm going to be putting all the cars and bikes on this channel and the work that I do on them. You know what? Let me just do this real quick. Give me a second. Give me a second, By His Grace Garage. Let's see. Where is it? Because I am going to, that is so cool. I'm just going to drop that link in the chat. You guys go and check out By His Grace Garage. And By His Grace Garage, you need to get a handle for your channel. But yeah, I love car stuff. I love all that type of stuff. See, like the car sounds, like what Memify does, the customizing cars, whether you're lowering the car, whether you're adding rims to the car, whether you're adding exhaust and turbo, a supercharger, whatever. Like those car shows, oh my God, I love those car shows. And I had a friend who was actually on, what was that name of that car show? Well, that place, it takes place in Miami, but really cool. Like I love those car shows, like especially when they restore cars, when they create cars. Oh my God, I love that stuff. So shout out to you. So I will definitely be checking out that channel. I just subscribed to your channel, right? I want all of the notifications. I'm gonna be looking forward to it, and I will shout you out every time, all right? And By His Grace, I said totally agree with that decision. And we got my guy, my bestie in the building.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Mitch says, it just gets to a point where I just have to let you know you are so awesome. Thank you, Mitch.
I appreciate you.
Let's see. Rocky says, geez Louise, Mitch. Geez Louise. And Mitch also says, yappity yap, 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 yap. And Mitch says, party time. It's peanut butter and jelly time. And Mitch is doing that peanut butter and jelly dance. Mitch, by the way, happy Easter to you, Mitch. Mitch, question for you. Did you show Mama Mitch that you actually made it and you had a song dedicated to you on a album that is available on all major streaming platforms? Frenemies, available on Spotify, YouTube Music, Amazon Music, Apple Music, iHeartRadio. What else do we have? Any other streaming platform that you can think of, right? It is, Pandora as well. It's available on all those places. Check it out. Let's see. Mitch says Roxy. I don't know who that is. You guys are so bad. That's not what you guys are so bad. All right. Let's see. Junior says, now you're putting the pressure on me to post in that channel. Let's do it. Let's get it. I want to see the work. And you know what, Junior? I'm going to message you because a lot of people, they think that they think that they just need to do all this editing and stuff like that. No, we just want to see the information. We want to see the how. So we'll talk. I know where to find you. I'm gonna message you, and we're gonna get to it. All right, we're gonna get to it. I have so many ideas for people, and I want to see you guys do great. All right. But with that being said, we are going to jump into our next. We got my guy in the building. J-Lo on the track, Video Productions. What's up, J-Lo? How are you doing? Hopefully everything is well with you. I thought I saw a message from you, but I couldn't find where the comment was, but I'll let you know right now. The software that I use, the app that I use for creating shorts for my longer form video is called Opus Clips. And I'll drop the link in the chat for you as well, J-Lo on the track, because I think it'll help you a lot, especially with the content that you do. It's going to blow up, right? It's going to blow up. And so there's Opus Clips. Let me see. Is that going to paste? Let me see. Is that going to paste? Nope. Let me get that. Let me drop that for you, J-Lo on the track. It's going to be really, really helpful because you can like, and it's going to, if you have any wording over it, it's going to add, it says, okay, it's not that expensive. I was paying based on like I was paying $9 a month for the longest time, and it was able to clip them up for me. But if you want more features, it's a little bit more expensive. But check it out. I would say this: try it out because a lot of times we look at the expenses first. Before we look at expenses first, before we actually look at what value is going to bring to us, I would say try it out for 1 month. See what it can do, and if it works, great. If it doesn't, then get rid of it. Try it out for 1 month. But I think I was paying $9 a month before I upgraded because I wanted to add some more features, right? So check it out. Let's see. We got Wave Nerd in the building. What's up, Wave Nerd? I'm going to be getting with you very, very soon. Let's see. Rodman says, Ralph is so compassionate that he will bother you to post. Hey, some people think I'm annoying. Some people think that, some people think it's compassionate. Hey, however you want to take it. Rod Brown, though, your compassion made me say, you telling me how compassionate I was made me like, you know what? No more coaching. No more coaching. Let's see. Junior says, what do I use to create my thumbnail? So it's a combination of things. I use the Midjourney in order to generate, to generate my images. and it can generate just about any image. I give it so I use AI to generate and I give it an idea of what I want. I'm gonna go next week when I'm generating thumbnails. I'm gonna go into my Discord and I'm gonna be generating those thumbnails live. Roxy saw me generating some thumbnails the other day when I was live in Discord. But I use Midjourney, and then I take it from Midjourney into a software which is like similar to Photoshop, but it's a lot cheaper, called Affinity. And I put the image in Affinity, and I add in my picture on top of it, and I add in some text. You could probably do it with Canva, but I don't like using online photo editors, so I have the software forever on my local machine, so that's what I use. Let's see. Jayla on the track says, Rod Brown, I know, right? I edit while listening to Tech Coach Ralph too. Look at that. Getting y'all to work. Mitch says, expensive is relative. That is a good point as well. Let's see. It says, okay, I think I can do that. Go for it. I try out the shorts and see how they do, because a lot of times the shorts can get you a lot more viewers, and from views, people can get subscribers from that. If I had to create shorts, like individual shorts, I would never create shorts. But the fact that I can just go into Opus and I say, all right, here's a video, create your shorts, and then I can say, all right, post this on these platforms, and I can push them up to. I should be getting an affiliate link from Opus, but I say post it to X. X is if you have the higher membership, but post it to YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, and it just goes there when I post it. All right. There's some stuff you get from the I would say try out the lower cost one and see how that goes. All right. Let me see. Mitch says it's 4:20. Yes, Mitch, it's Easter. Happy Easter to you, Mitch. Let's see. It says post the Discord link, please. Oh my goodness. Treese is here. We have Treese in the building. Treese is a good friend of mine. And Treese, I have not sent any people to North Carolina in a very, very long time. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for becoming a member on the channel, Treese.
I appreciate you.
Let's see. Rod Brown, I will do something for you, Rod Brown. Let's see. Rod Brown says, relax, it's Easter. Tell me about it. Mitch says, Rod Brown 2 now. Wow. Came in feisty. J-Lo on the track gifted the membership. Shout out to J-Lo on the track gifting the membership to Treese. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to all of you guys. All right. With all that being said, as much as I love talking to you guys, we still have work to do. So we're going to jump back into the work, and then I will continue with the chat and our next topic when the next break comes around. All right. So let's get to it.
Let's go!
All right. We are doing... All right, so we are over here. Let's see.
What's this? Oh, it's only money.
All right. We gotta do it. Let's. We got my guy J-Lo on the track. Oh my goodness, every single place it has to be messed up, right? Let me fix that over here too. J-Lo on the track also says. Make it a little bit bigger. One day I will not have to fix this every single time again. Says shout out on the new album I just listened yesterday. The Roxy song hits Rock the Scrubs. It caught me off guard. I had to replay it when I thought I heard her name. Oh my goodness, you guys are too funny. And J-Lo on the track says, but wait. There's more. You guys are too much. Let's see. And Mitch, being the Grinch himself, says the Roxy song is trashed. Bruh. The Grinch who stole Christmas. All right. Anyways. Let's stay focused on the work. All right. You guys are too much. All right. Let's do this. So, Where did we leave off? We were configuring this. We had this. All right, we were gonna look up what is a type of bind volume. So I'm gonna switch screens real quick to do this research to get more real estate, and we're gonna do what is a volume type bind in Docker Compose file. All right, so bind mounts are another way to give containers access to files and folders on your host. They directly mount a host directory into your container. Okay. Any changes made to the directory will be reflected on both sides of the mount, whether the modification originates from the host. Oh. I see. What's it. So that means if a file is there locally. Okay. So the question is, how do we, all right, so how would you do, okay, how would you do a bind mount on ECS? Use bind mounts with Amazon ECS. Let's see. With bind mounts, a file or directory on a host, such as Amazon EC2 instance, is mounted into a container. Bind mounts are supported for tasks that are hosted on both Fargate and EC2 instances. Bind mounts are tied to a life cycle of a container that uses them. After all the containers that use the bind mounts are stopped, let's see. By default, bind mount examples for ECS. Container definition. Mount point, source, container path. Okay, I think we have that part already. Or maybe I should say Docker Compose type, volume type, bound or bind, ECS example. It's getting cold in here. By the way, we got a new AC yesterday in here. Guys, remember that AC kept on messing up on me? I got a new AC in here yesterday, so I'm so excited about that. All right. Here's how to define a bound mount. But how do you use that in ECS though? To deploy this to ECS, create a host directory. Ensure the directory specified in source example exists on the host before running the container. How? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so let's go back over here for now. So basically what it's saying is take the configure. So what I was doing before was indico config equals this file right here. And they want that to be a bind. I feel like saying,
I'm in a bind, Nate.
So I'm supposed to take, wait a second, am I still, hold on. All right, so that's the .env. And on the Docker Compose, we have this type bind, which is supposed to be this right here, this file name, path to indico file dot. So if I do ls, path to the indico config dot ls. So this file right here. How do I get this file right here into how do I get this file? So that's adding a volume. Source volume. Add volume from container source. So, all right, let's see if we can keep going, and we'll have to revisit this because we need what's inside of this indico conf, right? So inside this indico conf, it's configuration information for our database, right? But I'm not sure yet how we would do this part. So for the time being, we'll revisit this one. And then this TMPFS, what does that mean? Temporary file system? What is in Docker Compose? TMPFS in Docker Compose refers to a temporary file storage mechanism that resides in the host memory. All right, so how to create in AWS ECS task definition. All right, so let me make this a little bit bigger. To create a TMPFS mount within an AWS ECS definition, you need to configure the host volume type with TMPFS option. The host volume type. This allows you to create a new task definition, specify the task definition details, configure the container definition, add the volume, select host as the volume type, specify host path and target path. In the host path, all right, so add volume and select host. I don't recall seeing that. So add volume. I don't see a host. I see a EFS, but I don't see a host. Let me see. Volumes name, source path, destination path. Oh, we can't add a source path. Okay, so fine. Can't add a source path. So let's go here. And it says volume name TMPFS. And then we're going to say add mount point. Okay, well, we'll give it a try. Indico Web, this one. And for these other two, I'm not exactly sure how we're going to get that there yet. But lost Twitch as well. I wonder why. Let me do an internet test just to make sure we're all right. We should be okay. I don't know why we lost Twitch. We lost X earlier today, but not sure why we lost Twitch. But let's continue. Let's see anything else here. Indigo celery. So we got, let's save this task definition. Let's see, let's create. Let's see if anything happens. So, oh, we need a name. I thought I gave it a name earlier. Let's call this one Indigo Web. Let's save that. See if it's able to save. All right, so that task definition is created. Has 5 volumes. Let's see. We do need to find a way to get those configurations in there at some point, but we'll get to it when the time comes. All right, let's try to do another task definition. Or let's see. Taking a quick look at this one more time. Okay. Containers, essential container. So we could add another container. What's the difference? All right, so now the next question is, should each service in a Docker Compose file have its own task definition in ECS? Let's see. Let's see. Docker Compose service to Fargate tasks. Two services in one task. Let me see. All right, well, let's do this. Let's go ahead and just create another task definition. I don't think it matters much, right? So let's do task definitions. So we have our Indigo Web. We're going to do a new one. And we're going to go to, all right, so we have this one, Indigo Web. Let's do Indigo Celery. Let's call this one Indigo Celery. We are going to say the image that it's going to be using is, so let's say put all these back at the same. Image is going to be Indigo Celery. And it's also going to be Tech Coach Ralph / Indigo Web latest. And we're going to say, is there any ports? There's no ports on this one, so remove. And we'll leave these the same. Are there any? Oh, let's get the command. Let me minimize that. Docker configuration, command, paste that. And we are going to say, so we can't do the depends on yet because it depends on Indigo Redis. We haven't set that up yet. Okay. Let's see. Restart policy, login, network. I don't think we could do anything there. We got our command. We got that. Indigo Celery beat. What does that mean? That's another service. Okay. Which also relies on this. All right, so I'm going to create this one. Before I go and create this indigo celery beat, I want to let's start up let's start up Nginx, right? Let's say we copy this. And all right, so let's say create new revision. Or no, not create. Let's say we're gonna do a new one. Indigo Nginx is gonna take from this location. This is gonna be Indigo Nginx. Okay. The port is going to be 8080. Jeez. Okay. All right, and we're gonna say volumes. Any environment stuff? Nope. Oh, okay. Okay, so we're gonna say where's our volumes? Where are our volumes? Our volume. Static files, and we're going to add a mount, Indigo Nginx, static files, boom. And we have that, and then there's this one, right, which is getting the configuration for Nginx. Oh, I'm gonna save this for now. But we're gonna have to figure out how this is done. How do you wait, but this is just a local file that's being added though. It's not even, I mean, it's not even a mount. It's just a local file that's being copied. So I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that in particular, but we shall see. Let me see. All right. So what I am going to do, is I'm going to save this for the time being.
Lunch break! Lunch break!
The only thing we're not sure yet is how to get these local static configuration files into here, but it is what it is. When we come back, we will do the Postgres one. That should be pretty straightforward to do. Yeah, it should be pretty straightforward to do. All right. Also, actually, when we come back, we're going to start up the Nginx, see what happens with that as well. All right. But let us go to break. Let's go to full screen. And we will get to our chat, and then we will talk about our next topic and get back to work. All right. So let me see. Let's see. Junior says to JLo on the track, that Roxy song definitely sounds good. And Roxy also letting Mitch know how much she appreciates him as well. Aww. So sweet. So sweet. Roxy says that the Rock the Scrubs has a nice reggae tone beat to it. Oh, that's awesome. I like to hear that. And Roxy is also saying that somebody is annoying. I'm hoping that somebody is not me today. Usually it's me, but hopefully today it's not me.
Bruh.
All right, so we're up to date on our comments. Let's get into our next break time conversation. What is our next break time conversation? Oh, okay. So, question for you, right? Based on so many people that I've come across, let me put our timer up. Based on so many people that I come across, I always wonder, why do you want to be in tech? If you want to be in tech. If you're here just for the entertainment, then shout out to you. I'm happy that it can be very, very entertaining. But if you are looking to be in tech, or if you are in tech, so first question, if you are in tech, why are you in tech? The second question, if you want to be in tech, why do you want to be in tech? The reason I ask, right, because I see so many people who, they want to be in tech for the money and the benefits and the bagels and the you know, whatever else they believe happening. You know, they got sold by Facebook and Google and what's the other people, Uber and stuff like that. Oh my goodness, Amazon. That, wow, this is like they get unlimited PTO. Look, limited PTO is exactly what it is. Limited PTO. It's to me, I think it was kind of better when you didn't have unlimited PTO, because that's money that they owe you. That is money that they owe you if you were to ever leave. But then, once they said unlimited, you can take as much time as you want based on approval, then it's like, well, you're dropping that bag. So it's like, I might as well go on vacation. Because I used to not go on vacation in order to have that stored up in case anything was to happen and I had an emergency or I was leaving, then I get all that money being paid out to me.
Money.
But at the same time, I really, really like this tech stuff that I do. So for me, because like I could, if it's for the money, right, then you can become a doctor. You can become I don't know, who else makes a lawyer, maybe, depending if you're a good one. You know, there's doctors, there's lawyers, there's nursing. I heard nurses make pretty good money. What other fields? Whatever other fields make good money, but why tech? Because a lot of people think that tech is just easy peasy. You just get in here and you write a little bit of code. They used to tell people who were blue collar workers who've been working for their entire lives with their hands, they would say to them, just learn to code. Well, all the people who say just learn to code, they don't know how to code themselves, and they never will know how to code because they are up on their high horses. But learning to code is not easy. Roxy, is learning to code easy? I'm curious. Is it like something like, oh, I'm just gonna wake up and learn to code? You have to put a lot, and I'll tell you this, Roxy does amazing when she's learning to code, but it's not easy. It takes time, it takes effort. And so now I ask, like, why is it that you want to be in tech? And there's a lot more in tech than just coding, right? There's DevOps, there's project management, product management, there's Scrum Masters, there's people who work on like marketing and stuff like that. But my question is like, why? If you went to school, let's say you went to school to become a teacher, right? And then you're like, a few years after being a teacher, like, oh, I want to transition. I want to go into tech. But why? Is it because when you were doom scrolling at, and I use this example in tomorrow's episode of Candid Conversation, but is it because when you were doom scrolling on YouTube at 4:00 in the morning, you wanted to order some food, but they closed down, so you're doom scrolling, and you came across, and they said, you know what? In 6 months, you take this boot camp for $20,000. In 6 months, you will be singing money in the bank. That's so now you're like, well, I'm gonna do it. I want to sing money in the bank, but I really don't like this tech stuff. I really don't like this tech stuff at all. I want that money in the bank, but if I ever come across Tech Coach Ralph's channel, I am going to hit the dislike button.
Bruh.
Because he is all doom and gloom. He's all doom and gloom. He's like, it's so hard and I have to work so hard, and I do not want to work that hard.
Do not come.
However, on the other hand, if you are creative and if you have critical thinking skills, if you want to win on your teams, and because when people do things just for the money, the interest only goes so far. And that's why I'll explain this, right? I jump more into it tomorrow, but this is what I see happens. When the people
Get a move on, back to work, chop chop, let's go. Come on, get a move on. Back to work, back to work, back to work.
When the people who jump into an industry just for the money aspect of it, they are always looking for another opportunity that might pay more money to jump. So, and I've seen people like, they jump into tech, they waste thousands of dollars, and then while they're doom scrolling, while they should be studying, they see another opportunity, and they'll be like, oh, if I go and do this real estate thing, for $10,000, I'll be selling houses yesterday, and I don't even need my real estate license. And now on their Instagram profile, they say, so they haven't worked a day in their life in tech. They haven't even finished their boot camp, but they say software engineer, and then they put the pipe symbol to separate, and then it says real estate agent. They haven't even signed up for the program yet, right? But then while they're a real estate agent who doesn't need a license, and they're a software engineer, then they find out, oh, you can make so much money fixing credit, but you got to pay for this. You got to pay another $8,000 for this program. So they sign it up. They put it on Klarna and Afterpay, and now they do software engineering. They do real estate without a license, and they also fix your credit. They bring it up from a 590 to a 595 in 3 years. That's one of the reasons that I pulled away from coaching, because I see people like they will hop to like 5 different things in tech within an hour. Oh, let me do this one. Let me do that one. Let me do, and when you hold them and you say stop. You shake them a little. You say stop. You need to get your mind clear. They get upset. You know what? They tell you this, and I use this one tomorrow.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions. Number one, how dare you?
So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna work with the people that want to work with me. All right. So you have to. Roxy says it 100%. 100%. If you don't care about what you're doing, then you're just gonna be monkey branching from left to right. All right. Anyways, let me check the chat and we'll get back to work. Okay. So Mitch says he is a data analyst. He makes the numbers dance because he just wants the money.
Money.
I know it's more than that, Mitch. I know it's more than that. You like data. And Mitch says money bags, yo. Roxy says money bags. Junior says, I've been following along and it's a lot of work just watching you do it. Tell me if you think it's a lot of work just watching, right? Says, I'll stick to my electrical field. Y'all can keep the tech. I hear you. Look, and as long as it's working for you, and I think from what I've seen you do, Junior, it is amazing work. So shout out to you. But yeah, like we have our fields. I think that a lot of times, just the way that we grew up, it wasn't instilled into us like, oh, this is what STEM is, this is what tech is, this is what science is. This like it was just like, oh, do whatever makes you feel good. Go and take some liberal arts degree and go $200,000 into debt. And then you figure it out after that, right? $200,000 in debt is a lot of money. Newsflash, you know what? I'm dropping one. I haven't dropped one of these in a while.
Message.
$200,000 in debt is a lot of money. especially if it's for a job that you will only, if you can find it, you'll only make $20 an hour for it, right? I'm just saying.
I was gonna lie to you, but I had to tell the truth. I'm just being honest.
Mitch says teachers make good project managers. Possibly. Roxy had said 100 with the nurses thing. Yep. And Junior says that's true. They keep a monkey branching from one thing to the next and still can't maintain anything. That's so true. That is so true. Mitch says wholesaling is good if you don't have any money, but it takes work. Wholesale real estate. Mitch, to be honest with you, most people don't even stay long enough into it to even know what wholesale real estate is, right? I think that's the one that you can do without a license or something like that. But most people won't even stay in it enough. It's like they will pay for the course and then they'll find the next thing. They're gonna jump to that. So it doesn't. At the end of the day, Mitch, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter at that point.
It doesn't matter what you think.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes, right? Wave Nerd says money bags. Yo, let's go.
Money.
I agree though. Money is a major issue. But you're not going to be able to sustain it if you can't stay focused just for a little bit. I see so many people, they are at the brink of success, but then they get distracted, they go elsewhere, and it's just a mess. It is just a total absolute mess. Mitch's like, I'm just saying though. I hear you, Mitch. I hear you, Mitch. All right. Anyways, let's get to our last segment of work.
Let's get it.
All right. Let's go to.
It's time to do.
All right. So, we created our task definition for. The Nginx. I'm gonna try to start it. Let's see if we can start this because it's a lot of work. This is a lot of work. All right, so let's go here and let's say create a service. And we're going to say on that, we're going to say choose a task definition of Indigo Nginx. Service name, let's call it Indigo Nginx. I wonder, the only thing with that would be, because the volumes are configured separately. I don't know. All right, let's go here. Let's say networking. Let's use our default subnet, default security group. I don't think this one needs a public IP, but I can always come back and change it if we do. Volume. A volume can only be configured at deployment when task definition has. All right, we got all that. I'm gonna put a tag. Project Indigo. I'm gonna create. You know, I'm going to come back to Wave Nerd's comment as well, because I just thought about something as I was working on this, right? But anyways, let's continue. Let's see. So this is provisioning. Status pending. Let's see if anything's actually going to happen. It's going to come of this. Because we can go ahead and create all of our test definitions and we can't even get the first one to start. And that would be a major disappointment. Let me put this bigger so we can see better. Let's see. Logs. Do you have any logs? There was a warning retrieving the logs. We have a volume up. Do we? Task definition successfully created. Indigo deployment in progress. Let's see if we view this in CloudFormation. Does it tell us anything? Let's see. Resource creation initiated. User initiated. So everything is in progress. How long does that take? Well, I guess while that's doing its thing, we can move. All right, so this was this was last year. I work on PPQ. Let me see. I wish it would just give me a failure if it failed. Pending. One thing I don't like about this is that I don't have active logs to see what exactly is going on. Let's see. Desired running. Health status unknown. Logs. No logs. Configuration. Okay. Cluster. So this is active. The service is active, but the task is pending. And I don't know, I can't see why yet. That'd be a little bit faster than that. Containers. Let's see. I don't see anything. All right, so container active. All right, so is that done? Is it done? Task definition. All right, hold on, let's go back. No, it's still pending. Status active. Okay, one task failed. Can I see why? So it failed over here. You go into this one. Cannot pull container. Failed to resolve that location. Huh. Why is that? Why is that? Okay. All right. So the reason it's failing is because all right. So in here, we had this image here. Oops. That, get that. So it's right here on GitHub. Oh, okay. I see what it is. Why then it's saying that failed to resolve. Ah, okay, okay. So that is unauthorized. However, if we were to use so this one is okay. Install from command line. So which one are they using in this one? Stable Alpine. Maybe. So stable Alpine. Oh, okay. So they're all right. Those are stable Alpine Pearl. Let me see. Stable Alpine. I don't see a stable Alpine, but maybe we can just do Alpine 3.21. Let's see. There's some more stable Alpines. So there was a stable Alpine. What if I click on this one? And what if I do let me see. Is that gonna, so if I copy this and I go here, just bring me back here. So something in this task definition then. Because we're able to pull it open. Do I need to be logged into, I shouldn't need to be logged into GitHub to get to this though. Oops. Okay. Oh, wait a sec. No, but I don't understand. I don't understand why I can't access this one. So if I was to go here and I was to use one of these tags, let's go here. So it's good. So I don't understand. Why is it telling me that I need authentication when I don't? Okay, let's go over to let's see here. Huh. Okay, that's interesting. Why is it doing that? It's not starting. Let me see if there's any Nginx unprivileged on Docker. Let me see if I try to pull it from here instead. Instead of pulling it from GitHub, if I pull it from Docker Hub, let's see if that makes any difference. So many different things that can cause you issues here. Let's go back to our task definitions. And we're going to click on that. We're going to stop it. Stop it. We're going to make a revision. Let's see. Let's see. So it stopped. Rid of that. Let's go here, here, tasks. I said stop. Let's see. Cluster service. Let me stop the service as well. Let's go with deleting the service. There was an error due to the service. Service cannot be stopped while its scale above 0. So it says successfully stopped one task, but all right, so we're stopped. Let's see. Okay, delete the service. Oh, great. Now we can't stop it because the stupid task is still pending. Just want to update the task, that's all. Indico Nginx. Create revision. I go back to create revision, create new revision. And if I go and update the container from there to let's go. Jeez. Let's go there. Let's try to use this one. Let's go. Let's create that one. So that's successfully created. Let's go to clusters, this one. Force new deployment. All right. Tasks. Okay. So this one says pending. This one is provisioning. Let's click on this task. Let's see if it makes a difference by us switching. Oh, this one is not the one that I was looking for. Let's go back to tasks. Click on that. I'm not. So maybe. So look at this one. Okay. Let's see here. Inactive update service.
Lunch break! Lunch break!
I'm going to update the service to the new one that I just had. If I can find it. Okay, task definition. Okay, want that. Revision 2, yes. Update. Okay. Tasks. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep working on this later on. If I can get this thing to start, that will be progress. I need to figure out how to get this container to stop. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's go and wrap up this show for today. But we did a lot of work. We did a lot of work today. I'm getting it's starting to make a little bit more sense. Just got to be able to port it over one-to-one, and they need to make a lot easier job at this, because I feel like, what's the point of Docker Compose if you can only use it locally and if you're using it on a virtual machine? So we'll see. We shall see. But that is it for today. I had one more topic, but we're going to push that over to our next show. We are going to wrap up. Make some quick announcements on the way out. Let me see. So before I read the chat, quick announcements. Remember, we're going to be going live in about 2.5 hours, a little under 2.5 hours, on the Half Guard Halfie channel. Go and subscribe to that channel so you can go and join the conversation. We're going to be reviewing some jiu-jitsu videos. I'm going to be asking the panel a question about jiu-jitsu and all of that good stuff. And I'm going to be reviewing Mitch. I'm going to be reviewing my fight that I have never watched this fight since that I had last year, that I got decimated in. I got destroyed. I never watched it because I was so upset by how a bunch of things happened. But I think we're going to be reviewing it tonight. So if you want to see me lose in devastating fashion, come and join the show tonight and see everything that we have to talk about. All right. All right, let me check the chat before we get up and out of here. Also, remember, tomorrow morning I'm going to be live with Joseph on Talk That Tech, filling in for Trey. All right.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
Fair point. Oh yeah, the other thing I was gonna say about what Wavener had said is here's another caveat to this whole thing, right? I think with your creativity, like for people who are in tech and they are looking to make money, because look, I'm in tech to make money, but your creative juices flow when you're like, okay, all this knowledge that I've acquired and what I can do with it technically, it's way more than just in it for the money. Because yes, I'm in it for the money, but the thought process that I have goes way beyond the money, which also drives being in it for the money. Junior says, great show as usual. Thank you so much, Junior.
I appreciate you.
And Rock, the Scrubs Roxy says, great show, TCR. Thank you so much, Roxy. But yeah, remember, in about 2.5 hours, we're going to be going live with Jiu-Jitsu, Half Guard Halfy. Tomorrow morning, Talk That Tech. Tomorrow afternoon, Candid Conversations. Tuesday night, Tech Q&A. Check out tickletrap.dev if you want to join an amazing group of people. All that good stuff. I'm going to be dropping a lot of videos as well about interviews and how to prep for them, questions to ask in the interview, how to answer questions in the interview, all that good stuff, right? But with that being said, I am out of here. You guys have an amazing rest of your day, rest of your Sunday, and have an amazing week. With that being said, TechCoTraf, we are out.
Still have a lot to do, I still have to put away the chairs. But anyway, I've got all the chores. Or anyway, it's up to me to do them all. I still have to put my clothes today. All in all, reality is cats, like an alley cat at your park. But now I gotta do your part. I got a day job and a night job and an interview at 5. You've gotten rid of both boyfriends and you've given me the green light. I got a day job and a night job and an afternoon away. You just waved a hand and we're engaged, you say. I've been up since 4 a.m. and finishing this at midnight. After this thing I should sell it and call it quits when the getting's good. I took a night at your new club today to take a break away from the rats. But now I got your locker stool and your car keys in my cart. I pick up the pieces left on the floor while you walk away like you don't care no more. I'm tired of cleaning every mess you make, slowly losing patience with every break. Every promise broken never leads to change. I'm the one who's always left rearranged. Your lack of effort shows clear as the day. I'll be sweeping you out when I find my way. Hey, hey, I'm the cleanup crew, fixing your mess just like it's new. Hey, hey, won't be here long, cleaning house, I'm moving on. Watching you take credit for the work I do, every single task I pull double through. Your empty words no longer faze me. Soon enough your history, just wait and see. Where's the spark, the dedication gone? I'm carrying weight, dragging us along. No more excuses, your time is past. This sweeps your fate, I'll make it last.